fest away. Kids got tickets clutched in their hands. Sorry's kicking up the sand. Smell that smoke, yeah, the grills all glow. Teeters laughing in a long, long row. Hot sauce bottles, red as can be. Pepper so hot, you can hardly see. Pica Fest on Tinian. Spice in the air. The house of Tiger and the coolest man. We drink so cool in the hot, hot sun. Hot sauce in our veins and the 5K run. Pica Fest on Tinian. No other party can compare. Every laugh, every shout, every bite, and the coolest man. Contest table, faces turn red. One more bite goes straight to the head. Fans wave signs with the cousin's name. Half in tears, but they stay in the game. On the next day, we've got the big run. Powered by Pica and fueled by fun. The island goes quiet and the legs go numb as they count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pica Fest on Tinian. Spice in the air. The house of Tiger and the coolest man. We drink so cool in the hot, hot sun. Hot sauce in our veins and the 5K run. Pica Fest on Tinian. No other party can compare. Every laugh, every shout, every bite, and the coolest man. Mouth on fire, but the night feels cool. Stars hang low like they're watching too. Win or lose, we all still dance. Spicy lips, sticky hands, and the cha-cha dance. Wow! Ta-ta-ta! Woo! Tita passing plates down the row. Friends from far places all show. Once a year, but it lives all along in every story, every song. Pica Fest on Tinian. Spice in the air. The house of Tiger and the coolest man. We drink so cool in the hot, hot sun. Hot sauce in our veins and the 5K run. Pica Fest on Tinian. No other party can compare. Every laugh, every shout, every bite, and the coolest man. Woo!
This is AP News Minute. Activists say a crackdown on protests in Iran has killed more than 530 people in more than 2 weeks of demonstrations. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian tells Iranian TV the protesters are violent agitators. Minnesota's Twin Cities are bracing for what the Department of Homeland Security is calling its largest immigration enforcement operation ever. Meanwhile, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry told NBC's Meet the Press the investigation into the shooting death of a resident by an ICE officer should be handled by someone who's not biased.
Let's not have it exclusively run through the FBI at the federal government or the Department of Justice. Let's have it with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension at the state level.
Almost 15,000 nurses could go on strike first thing Monday morning at some of New York City's biggest hospitals if contracts are not reached by then. I'm Donna Warder.
Fox Sports Update.
Good Sunday morning, everyone. The NFL's wildcard weekend continues today with 3 more games. Starting today at 1 p.m. in Jacksonville, where the AFC South champion 13-4 Jaguars will host the 12-5 Buffalo Bills, who are in the playoffs for the 7th straight year. Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence spoke this week about making the playoffs.
That playoff feel, knowing that you're one of the teams that's in the playoffs, and a lot of teams are done. You see all this stuff about all these teams that are, kind of packing up, going home, and so that feeling of still playing ball feels really good. But as far as the preparation in the week, it's the same. I mean, we're preparing the same way.
Sound courtesy of the Jaguars. Bills quarterback Josh Allen, of course, knows all about the playoffs and what's different from the regular season.
I wouldn't say I prepare any differently. I wouldn't say I take the game any differently. I think that maybe there's an emphasis on each drive a little more, and just knowing that every single drive matters in the playoffs, especially when you're going against good teams and good quarterbacks like we're going against this week.
Sound courtesy of the Bills. The middle game today kicks off on Fox at 4:30 Eastern this afternoon as the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles host the San Francisco 49ers. You know what? Even though they're the defending champs, Philly almost flying under the radar. Running back Saquon Barkley spoke this week about the playoffs.
Want to go home. The speed increases. How important the plays matter more. So the vibes are high. We're excited for it. And we know we got a great opponent coming in, and the mindset just win.
Sound courtesy of the Eagles. It all comes down to that. 49ers tight end George Kittle speaking on what he's telling younger players this week who have never been in the playoffs before.
How hard it is to get to the playoffs, and not just to squander your opportunity, like to take advantage of this, whether, whatever you're extra focusing on, whatever your intent is, whatever your mindset is, just lock in and just put your best stuff out there.
Sound courtesy of the 49ers. And finally tonight at 8 p.m., the Southern California-based LA Chargers travel to the much colder Northeast to face the New England Patriots. Pats quarterback Drake May, who many feel might be the NFL's MVP this year, on his first ever playoff game.
Trust what you've been doing, trust the preparation you've been doing all season, and trust your coaches, your teammates around you, and just go out there and have fun. And it's playoff football, so you got to bring your best, and everybody knows that. So that's kind of expectation, and just trying to live up to that, and just trying to be myself.
Drake May, valedictorian at the Crash Davis School of Sports Cliches. He did a good job. Sound courtesy of the Patriots. Here's the Chargers coach, Jim Harbaugh, on the excitement of the postseason.
Here's what it's going to be like. I mean, this game is going to start like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, there are going to be bodies flying around. They're running around. People are, it's like with their hair on fire and, hit something. Hit somebody, who's ever moving, ask questions later.
Harbaugh sounds like he's still ready to play. Sound courtesy of the Chargers. Of course, wildcard weekend finishes tomorrow night as the Steelers host the Texans. More in a moment.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
If football is not your thing, of course, there's plenty of NBA, NHL, and college basketball games for you to enjoy today. And if you really want to look ahead, how about this? We're now less than a month away from the start of the Winter Olympics in Italy, and just over a month away from the Daytona 500 and the start of a new NASCAR season. Don't forget, you can listen and follow the Fox Sports Podcast at foxsports.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Kevin Uretsky.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community health mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face. Brad yelling, wake up, South Bend, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen, talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, South Bend, hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas, live from the reef to the ridge, Brad with the weather, and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road, kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like a second chance bet. He says, say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers, we are almost there. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, South Bend. Shacks and condos, all sing with the fan. Good morning, Marianas, old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, South Bend. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning, Marianas, yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
Good morning, Marianas. Holy cow, it is 7:46 here, and it is Monday morning. You made it through the weekend. Not like it was too hard to survive the weekend, but it was hard to survive the first round of the NFL playoffs, and something like that kind of happened today. Yes!
The Bills make me wanna shout.
My goodness, folks. The Buffalo Bills have survived the first round of the playoffs. They have made it to the second round of the playoffs by beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24 in a great game, capped off by an interception late that made it work for the Buffalo Bills. I can't believe it. I'm sitting there going crazy watching all this action and talking with my dad all the way over there in Buffalo as he's watching that game taking place in Duval. We're not going to find out who the Bills will play until tomorrow because there's more football action tomorrow. That's true. And, you know, that's how we're going to find out a lot of things. In fact, Right now, you were watching over our shoulder. The 49ers are driving on the Eagles at 2nd and goal right now, and they just dropped back to pass. Purdy with the throw, the catch, and a touchdown. The 49ers just went up on the Eagles, made the first score of the game. Demarcus Robinson with a touchdown. Holy cow, he's dancing in the end zone over there in Philly, getting a little cheesy in the home of the cheesesteak. Great catch. Right over the middle from Brock Purdy. Wow, they are not messing around. It is football season. It is the playoffs. The big things that happened, I wasn't going to get into the scores just yet, but you know what? Yeah, we guess we kind of can. So let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, first round of the playoffs. Let go. All right. Well, we started off by seeing a bunch of close games. They've all been very close so far. The Rams go into Carolina to beat the Panthers 34-31. That happened yesterday. What else happened yesterday? The Bears beat the Packers in the postseason in the first time since 1941. Holy crap. I know. You think that's wild? Well, you're right, because it is. And the Bills go into Duval and beat the Jaguars 27-24. Camped by a big interception off a Trey White tip. Josh Allen getting his first win in the postseason on the road ever. This is his 7th trip to the postseason in a row. And basically, he's been in the playoffs every year since his rookie year, and all of a sudden, kapow, he finally wins. We're going to find out what happens with the games tomorrow. But man, they just got into it. 12 minutes left to go. Okay, 11:51 to go in the first quarter. The 49ers up over the Eagles 7-0. There's going to be a lot of bang Niners gang action going on for sure. Next week, we're going to find out who plays after tomorrow's game, because the Chargers are going to New England to take on the Patriots, and the Texans are going to Pittsburgh. That's right, the Steelers. Not looking all that sexy this year, but looking good the last couple of weeks. Ended up hosting a playoff game against the Texans. Who you got? Man, I don't know. I think the Texans can beat the Steelers. I hope the Steelers win, because they seem like a weaker team than the Texans. Texans defense is freaking fierce. I mean, that's the team to be scared of this year, really. And the Patriots, too. The Chargers, I'd like to see the Chargers knock off the Pats, because the Pats and the Texans look pretty tough in the AFC side. And that's going to wrap you up about that anyway. Geez, that's your first round of the playoff update. But what we're going to end up doing is getting down to the roads and talking a little bit of traffic here in Saipan on your Monday morning. It is a good one. It could be worse out there. This is kind of a nice break week for a lot of the folks that would normally have to get out there and work today, but not so much for everybody else. Don't worry about living La Vida austerity. Today, we're just going to be looking at the roads. All right, so let's get down to it. Over there, let's take a look at the pickleball tennis ball courts over there in Saipan, and it's not looking too bad. Over there in Garapan's looking pretty good too, going north and south on Beach and Middle Road. Everything's fine until you start trying to get north from Gualarai, everywhere trying to get up to that Gualarai intersection. It is going to stretch you all the way back, almost to Pizza Hut. No doubt. Also, it's going to be slow again for folks who are heading south along Middle Road by Quartermaster. Quartermaster Road is your home for delays, whether you're on Beach Road or Middle Road all the time. I know, ever since they put those lights in, right? Let's get down to the intersection that matters, at the place where connections matter, IT&E. Things are backed up at the intersection a little bit right now, but that won't be too bad. Folks are just trying to get over there and say, hey, Paul Guerrero, what's shaking? The old AK intersection, the intersection that's shaped like an A, is looking a little bit backed up in both directions as the cars are getting to the red lights. Not too bad, though. We're going to finish heading south, go back a little bit more, all the way up into the Guangdong Hardware intersection. Folks heading south are going to be expecting a little bit of delay. Somehow there's a little delay coming down Chalon Tun Joaquin Doi again as well. Folks trying to make their way back by the post office intersection. Over by Shell Dandan, folks who are on the CMM, that's Chalon Monsignor Martinez, going to be backed up a little bit, but not even all the way to Dowland Drive, so it's okay. NMC's got a little bit of traffic at their light up and down the hill, which is not bad. But folks who are trying to get up the back road through San Vicente going to be waiting a little bit when you get up there by the church intersection. It's going to take a little while, not too much, but a little bit longer than normal. It is not clear sailing as you make your way through. Let's sail all the way through Back Island Road and make our way past Ina's Kitchen. That's so delicious, and we're just fine. And there we go. We're wrapped up all the way around the island right now. And hey, I'll tell you what, that's a good place to be. Now that you're back and ready to go and start the day today. It is going to be a great one today, and we can thank our folks from IT&E. Yeah, giving us a little news update at 7:53. Talking a little bit of headlines about things that are happening here in Saipan. It could be pretty exciting or it could be pretty boring. That's going to be up to you as we look at the headlines. Local headlines are pretty tame. Everything else in the world is a little freaking crazy right now. You think I'm kidding? I am not. Anyway, let's look at this. This is the exciting thing. While you're sitting there wondering, man, I got this extra bill. I gotta take care of my kids, but I can't even get gas for the car. This is a great one. Check this out. We had her on the show last week, Chelsea King. She is getting her doctorate over at Harvard. She's getting her doctorate over there, and you can help. Not only that, you can help yourself to $50. She's looking for people who are Chamorro and Carolinian who have spent most of their life here in the Marianas. Does that mean Guam? Yes, it also means Guam. So if you're a Chamorro or Carolinian, you live most of your life in the Marianas, whether it's the NMI or Guam, you can get yourself $50. How do you do it? Check it out right there on the screen. Now, we've already made the post on the page. It's pinned on our social media stuff. It's also on our website. You can check this out. $50. She did this last year. A lot of people rushed to get this done last year, and she's back at it again. She needs some more data for her study. She is just a great person. She's from the Marianas, and she's out there just killing it in the mainland, trying to get her PhD in awesomeness. And you could have a part in it and get paid for it too. It's really the best deal in town. You can't beat it. What you're going to end up doing if you sign up for it, you don't have to provide any real info other than a way for her to get you your payment. You have to be 18 and up. You have to be an adult. And I know I wasn't an adult until probably I was 40-ish. So, but make sure you're at least 18 and older to get into this study. The QR code is there. The link is there. Also, don't miss out. This is a great opportunity for you. If you don't do it, that's $50 floating away. And she'll end up just PayPaling you, I think, too. Now, the good thing is that this study isn't just some schmo study. It's passed by the IRB. In fact, what is the IRB? I had to look that up. And it is, it's not the international, is it it's the Institutional Review Board. This has the backing of the Institutional Review Board for both Harvard and the University of Guam. You know, Harvard, it would seem pretty good, but you know, when you got the UOG approval, now that's where you're getting places. You know, forget about those Crimson people. Let's start talking about the green of the Tritons. Thank you, Ignacio. You typed too fast. It was great to see you. Louisa says, we're of legal age, but to call us adults? Questionable. I agree. Tobot says, hey, I did that last year, so I'll give others a chance and the opportunity to help out one of our own. Yeah, it's a great opportunity, man. And by the way, you're going to have a delightful conversation because she really is great. And you're going to feel good about it, too, afterwards. It's a great thing. Hold on, let me just take a sip of this coffee. It'll make me feel great, too. My goodness. By the way, watching this, yep, Philadelphia it looks like they just got the first down, and they are driving also. I know, I'm thinking about putting it on the screen for you guys also, so like in a little square. I think we'd probably get away with it because we're not that fancy, and we're not really covering it. but maybe after the fact, someone's going to say, hey, anyhow. But anyway, that's the update on that. For Chelsea King, doctoral student over at Harvard. She's from the CNMI. You can help. All you got to do is be Carolinian or Chamorro. Spent most of your life here in Marianas, whether that's the NMI or Guam. You're going to end up talking to her for about 90 minutes or so, and you're going to get $50, and it's a great deal. And it's going to be a nice, easy conversation. All right, well, let's get up to you guys in the comments here also. I want to say good morning to you, Toba Castro. Great to see you, my man. It is going to be, hopefully, you're going to keep tinting out here in Marianas. I'm really thinking about getting some tint on the news van of justice. There's already some on there. It's pretty light, but I thought about going a little bit darker. But right now, that's just a nice to have, not a need to have. Luisa Cabrera, great to see you. By the way, speaking of Luisa Cabrera, do you know what she does in this world? She does pretty much everything, and she helps folks from all over. But one of the things that she does is take great care of the folks from baseball, and we got some baseball stuff coming up right now. You can definitely become an umpire. And that means you can get a lot of money umpiring baseball games, and you'll be able to baseball. Little League, softball, the majors, all of that stuff. It's $50 for you to join the training, but what you're going to get out of it is a great opportunity to give back. The training's going to be a week from now, January 19th, and it's going to be a 4-day course, the 19th, 20th. Oh, it's going to be all week. Wow. The 19th to the 23rd. It's going to be at the Added Gym. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., so 2 hours Monday through Friday, and just next week, and it's $50 a person. I'll tell you what, for you to get certified for only $50 is incredible. When I was playing ice hockey in the mainland after college, I was still playing a lot of hockey. I was playing on probably like 5 different teams between roller hockey and ice hockey, and on top of that, I was reffing. And I was reffing, making money, and skating, so I'm still getting that fitness in at the same time. You should still do that, Brad. I know, no kidding. So anyway, you can get out there and do that and make some good money doing the sport you love. Maybe it's the sport you used to play and you just don't have that same oomph that you used to have. Well, anyway, it's an opportunity. If you're 16 or older, you can make some real money being an umpire for these baseball games and getting certified. So send an email to saipanlittleleague@gmail.com. Or you can hit that QR code that's up there on the screen. We're going to post this on the page as well, but this is just something for you guys. You get your first look. Maybe it's your first time hearing about it. The great thing about this is that you can pass this on. Hey, parents, you got kids playing baseball. They're really going to get to know the game by doing an umpire course. And that's going to make them be better representatives when they get out there, too. It'll make them be better managers. In fact, this is something managers should take this course. So if you're going to be scrapping with the umpires, it makes good sense for you to know the rules. Harley Ari is in the house. Ali Tutau. Ali Tutau. There you go. See, look at that. I'm Palau now. That's how it works. It is. Ali. Hey, anyway, great to see you, man. Really great to see you. And Richard Lozama is in the house as well. Former legislator. He's out there traveling all around in the world, living the good life, and fellow veteran as well, fellow life member for the VFW, the Veteran Foreign Wars of the CNMI here. Let's see, who else do we got here? Eric Mofnas, of course, the guy who posts first in our Project Buddy Check group every single morning. I swear, I think he is the guy who is waiting outside, waiting for that clock to hit 4 in the morning, because as soon as it hits 4, boom, that dude is out there and posting for us. Anyway, great to see you, my friend. And thanks for getting us all hooked up. By the way, that whole deal, the laptop vouchers for veterans, the sign up for that to get your voucher is January 26th at the CNMI Veterans Affairs Office. That is happening for sure. Eric, I know you took care of a bunch of securing table and chairs. I started the conversation with the folks from VA last week, and we should hear from them. I'm sure it's going to get approved for us for Monday as well. And what we'll end up doing, we'll just do the show from there too. Might as well hang out. All right, what else do we got going on? Who else is there? Caleb, good morning. Man, I'll tell you, I'm glad that you're here. He's like, hey, how was your weekend? Ooh. And the Eagles, by the way, just missed the field goal right off the uprights. It's not a field goal. They missed the extra point. So it's 7-6. So the Eagles did score, but missed the extra point. So it's 7-6. They doinked it off the left upright. So there you go. Eagles, you'd think they'd tie it up. You thought wrong. There you go. All right, Caleb, how was my weekend? My weekend was kind of normal-ish. I'll tell you what, there was a lot that happened this weekend, and there's a lot going on this week. The Korean national baseball team is in the CNMI right now, and that is very cool. Also, the girls softball got started this weekend as well. I'll tell you what, this is old man stuff I got for you today. This is how my weekend started, and all you old guys, if you're trying to get back into the gym, maybe you can understand it. But I'll tell you, I went out last week. I hit the gym. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to go too heavy. I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to do a little bit of stuff. Dude, it's the stupidest thing. Going heavy early is friggin' dumb. I did not start off heavy. All I was doing, I did some bench stuff and I did some stuff for the traps, right? The pull downs. And it felt great. Just a little bench. I'm like, yeah, this feels pretty good. Yeah, just these pull downs. Oh man, this stuff feels great. Well, I got to do more. I at least didn't go crazy on the bench. I did a good amount, but nothing too crazy. I just want to work my way up to all the good stuff. But the traps, it felt so good. Like I didn't even go heavy. I know I didn't go heavy, but I have not been doing traps as much as I have been doing. And it wasn't, it should be lats. I wasn't feeling it in the lats. I was feeling how is it? It just was like, man, everything up here, all that connective tissue, pulling down should be my lats. I should have been pulling down with my lats. I think I was just pulling down with all the stress in the world. I don't think that pushing up was doing it. But man, my friggin' neck and everything up there was sore all weekend. It was awful. When I woke up Saturday, I ended up saying no to getting out and doing all these cool sports coverage things. I did not do it, even in the afternoon. I can feel it just turning my head back and forth right now. It does not feel good. It's not as bad as it was. But like Saturday, I'm like, man, I don't even want to sneeze. Because if it hurts, like everything hurt. I'm like, no, dang it. So Sunday, I was walking with Kathy, doing our morning walk, and I'm like, I am reluctant to acknowledge that I'm getting older. But luckily, while we were having that conversation, we were walking, we were out by Calabar Cave, and so I knew nobody was out there, and I can get away with it, but I could hear the echoes, and I was figuring that Tautamona wouldn't be too mad because it was during the day. So after I told her I am reluctant to acknowledge that I am getting older, I had to bust it out. My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes, baby. I'm telling you. And you hear it bouncing off of the cliff line and everything. And it was enough to make me laugh and be stupid. But Caleb, that's how my weekend went, man. That is it. That is 100% it. Just trying to get past the old man stuff. Now, after it was done, we ended up getting in the water and just enjoying it, and it was beautiful. And then I came here and did some work. I did some work here at the studio, did some research I needed to do, followed up on some stuff, made a few posts. And, I'm excited about a couple of things that are coming in the next week. By the way, tomorrow is going to be a big day. Yeah, B. Kelly. That's right. Tomorrow, we had it set for today, but she had a delay in her flights. But tomorrow morning, for sure, we're locked in. We've got Shibani Matani is going to be on from the Washington Post. She's the one who did that story about IPI and that whole investigative piece. We're going to have her on the show. Really excited about that. And we're going to talk to her about, being a reporter and what it's like working for the watched him post and going to countries all over the world to chase stories and doing in-depth pieces and collaborating with other reporters from all over the world to help them out with other stuff. I mean, she's doing this with folks from Singapore, folks from Hong Kong, folks from here, from DC, you name it. Imagine putting a story together with all those things put together. Pretty impressive. So we're going to talk to her about that whole process and her career and what it's like for her. Then we're going to talk to her about more specifically about what was her first impression of the Marianas? What's her lasting impression of the Marianas? And then we're going to talk about that story that she did and, what did she learn about it? And then what's next? Is there more to the story? Is she going to be doing more follow-ups? All that kind of stuff. But really, hearing that kind of a perspective from a reporter is the coolest thing. By the way, that's something. I'm very happy we're going to be able to have her on to talk about that stuff. What I would really love, and if any of you guys are out there listening, send me a message. I would love to do a show like, how we do like SIP Happens or whatever, but I would love to do it where it's just us reporters. We're sitting around the table. We can have some food there. We can have some drinks there. It's just us hanging out and talking about the stories. We could talk about some issues. We could talk about, like what your take is on all these other things. Talk about the job, like what do you like the most about doing this? You've been doing this for so many years. Why do you like being a reporter? Why do you do this? And then, what's the biggest pain in the butt? And like, who do you like the most? Is there someone that you interview? Like, do you have a favorite interview that you've done before? Or do you have a favorite person that you look forward to interviewing? All that kind of stuff. That kind of pull the curtain back and ask those kind of stories. I would love to have that. I think it would be a great show. Even if I couldn't get them to say yes on the show, I would love to do that as just a hang anyway. We have the Society of Professional Journalists, and we do meet once a month, which is great. But it's still very structured as far as like there's usually like a meeting and some people go in. Just the meeting part is really an interview with somebody. And then, people finish eating and then they're out of there. Like if the whole thing was just talking about, so what's going on? What do we like about this? Is there anything, do we got to get anything off the chest? Do we got to talk about any of the issues? Like how can we be better reporters? And not just about telling anybody how to do stuff, but is there something that we could do that would change the way, that would improve the experience overall for us, Yeah, I saw about that. I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't know if that was something that got reviewed, but I did see that you posted something about that. I seen Ray. He's talking about that hospital stuff. I don't know who that guy is. I've heard about him though for a long time. He's been here for a while. He has been here for a long time. I know that. But, hey, that's a topic. That's something, if you want to hit about that, you can. But I'm not opposed to it. But the main thing is, whoever it is, if they get their chance to tell their side, that's it. 100%. You can't just pile on. But anyway, well, hey, let's do this. I want to talk more about what's going on here in the Marianas. I know I had the story up on the page, but on our website we got a couple of things that are happening. Just to give you a heads up. But the big thing is, by the way, today is the final day for you to submit your comments for the request for information for the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, BOEM. You heard about this, of course, deep sea mining. You heard so much about all this stuff. But the deal is that if you want to submit your comments, today's the last day to do it. It is. Today is the last day for you to get that comment out. So if you are interested in saying something about it, you've got to do it. Ooh, that's a good one too. No, that is not. Tobot says, hey, are we going to ignore the fact that Jim Kingman got his permit to practice law here in the CNMI? You know what? No, that's awesome. So I sent him a message And he would be great to get on this show. I mean, I'd rather have him in the studio. Hold on one second. Tell you what, give me a second on this one. Let me get you the latest news update, and then we'll come back with that. Sound like a deal? Let's get you the news, and we'll be right back.
More protests against ICE. I'm Kathleen Maloney, Fox News. Reaction continues to the ICE killing of a woman in Minneapolis. Fox's Garrett Tenney with the latest.
It seems like each day now we are getting new video surrounding last week's shooting that gives a more full picture of what happened leading up to it. New video shot from a person's cell phone along the side of the street around that shooting shows Renee Good using her car to block federal agents for more than 3 minutes before the fatal encounter. At one point, you can see her dancing in the driver's seat as she honks her horn. The video cuts off right before the shooting, but federal officials have told us this is the kind of thing that Good had been doing throughout the morning. And even after this week's deadly encounter, it is a tactic activists are continuing to use to disrupt federal agents, both here and across the country.
The Department of Homeland Security holding to its claim that Renee Good tried to weaponize her vehicle to strike ICE officials, though critics deny that claim. Demonstrations also taking place in New York City.
We are in an iconic area of the city. The Plaza Hotel is right here. Central Park is across the street. So what does this mean? Well, it means not only are New Yorkers going to watch this unfold, so are a lot of tourists. The group behind last year's No Kings movement appears to be an organizer. Many people here are carrying signs calling for ICE to be abolished or expressing anger towards the Trump administration. Just to read a few, I'm seeing one sign that says Trump must go now, another that reads ICE must go.
Fox's CB Cotton. A crackdown on nationwide protests in Iran has killed over 500 people, and even more are feared dead. This according to activists. Tehran warning that the U.S. military and Israel would be legitimate targets if America uses force to protect demonstrators. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The U.S. launching a strike on ISIS forces in Syria for the second time in less than a month. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson with the latest from West Palm Beach.
U.S. Central Command released a video showing the strikes. It looks like it followed a similar pattern to the strikes we saw on December 19th. An A-10 Warthog rolling down the strip along with F-15E Strike Eagles carrying out these strikes against ISIS. According to U.S. Central Command, the strikes were widespread across Syria. They included partner forces. It's not clear if that means Syrian forces that the U.S. had partnered with against ISIS or Jordan.
The targeting of ISIS in Syria is in response to the killing of 2 Iowa National Guard soldiers and their American interpreter by an ISIS gunman. A Chicago surgeon in custody after allegedly murdering his ex-wife and her husband. Fox's Dana Marie McNichols with details.
Law enforcement searched for a killer for almost 2 weeks, and now the investigation has led them to that ex-husband, who police say used his own car to drive to the murder scene. So here's what we know about 39-year-old Michael David McKee. He is a vascular surgeon from Chicago. He's now in jail accused of murdering his ex-wife, Monique Tepe, and dentist husband, Spencer Tepe, in their Columbus home. Now, McKee and Tepe was married in 2015 until she filed for divorce in 2017, which appeared to be amicable, according to local reports. They had no kids together.
The couple's 2 young children were in the home during the attack, but were unharmed. A suspect is in custody after an apparent arson attack set a Mississippi synagogue on fire. Authorities say flames broke out at Beth Israel congregation in Jackson, the state's largest synagogue. Several Torahs were destroyed, but one that survived the Holocaust was undamaged. Nobody was injured in the fire. I'm Kathleen Maloney. This is Fox News.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works. Because of you, Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hey bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with Sun jumps up over San Jose, boots lined up the Fiesta way. Kids got tickets clutched in their hands. Sorry's kicking up the sand. Smell that smoke, yeah, the grills all glow. Tina's laughing in a long, long row. Hot sauce bottles, red as can be. Pepper so hot, you can hardly see. Pick a fest on Tinian. table, faces turn red. One more bite goes straight to the head. Fans wave signs with the cousin's name. Half in tears, but they stay in the game. Woo! On the next day, we've got the big run. Powered by Pika and fueled by fun. The island goes quiet and the legs go numb as they count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can fest on Tinian. Spice in the air. The house of Tiger and the coolest man. We drink so cool in the hot, hot sun. Hot sauce in our veins and the 5K run. Pika Fest on Tinian. No other party can compare. Every laugh, every shout, every bite, and the coolest man. Mouth on fire, but the night feels cool. Stars hang low like they're watching too. Win or lose, we all still dance. Spicy lips, sticky hands, and the cha-cha dance. Wow! Ta-ta-ta! Woo! Tita passing plates down the road. Friends from far places all show. Once a year, but it lives all along in every story, every song. Pika Fest on Tinian. Spice in the air. The house of Tiger and the coolest man. We drink so cool in the hot, hot sun. Hot sauce in our veins and the 5K run. Pika Fest on Tinian. No other party can compare. Every laugh, every shout, every bite, and the coolest man. Woo!
All right, welcome back, Marianas. It is Monday morning, 8:25, January 12th, and we are talking about all kinds of stuff that's happening here in the Marianas. Yeah, no kidding. And so it was only a minor sidetrack. I wouldn't even worry about that. But, man, we have got great stuff coming up. And this year is going to be another great one for the Tinian Hot Pepper Festival that's going to be taking place this year. I know the press release that came out said it was going to be in 2025, but don't worry about it. It's actually 2026, and we're looking forward to it. The Tinian Hot Pepper Festival is coming back. It's going to be next month. It's in February. It's always around that St. Patrick's Day. My goodness, St. Valentine's Day weekend, February 2026. Let me make sure I got those dates right from what we received from these guys. But the weekend is the 13th to 14th. Friday's 13th. Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh. Dun, dun, dun. That is going to be scary, but there won't be scary. The only thing scary over at the Tinian Pika Fest is going to be those hot peppers, because if you're going to be biting into the burger of death, then beware. It's going to be exciting, though. You never want to miss out. It is going to be great. Friday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, Sunday the 15th is when they kind of wrap everything up, but it is going to be a great weekend of entertainment and action and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, look forward to it. What are they going to have this year? Well, some of the good stuff that they have every year. They're going to have the Umang race. That's my favorite. The Umang race is one of my favorite things about the Hot Pepper Festival, because they got kids and adults who catch umang. What's an umang? Hermit crab. And they train them. They put tires on. No, okay, maybe not a tire. But to make them faster, they have a race where they've got your umang, and whoever has got the fastest hermit crab that makes it to the finish line wins money. and a prize. It's just great. I love that they have that. The Umang race, one of my favorites. And that the race course, they've got them all, it's like this big box with all these partitions, so they'll all go straight in their own lane. They can't fight each other or, hang out and crack open a Bud Light with their big claw. No, they just have to go to the finish line, and that's it. Anyway, there's the hot pepper eating contest. There's called Pika. There, you name it, there's everything. Pika is it has nothing to do with Pokemon, but it is great. And one of the things though, people say, "Hey, but it's so hard to get a room." All right, that's true. Can't sugarcoat it. It's not easy to get a hotel room in Tinian. This time, maybe it's better because they normally have big exercises that happen on that weekend. The other thing that's happening, though, is that they've got free camping. If you camp over at Jones Beach or Taga Beach, it's not just like roughing it. No, they've got toilets, they've got barbecue pits, they've got outdoor showers. You're able to get all cleaned up and everything while you're over there. And you can have a great camping experience in a great place. I'm telling you, Tinian is just awesome. It's lovely. If you haven't done it already, you're missing out. Maybe you've only gone to Tinian for a day trip. Okay, that's cool. That was a great training course of what you could do to have fun in Tinian. But what you really want to do is go there and have fun. And there's all kinds of stuff that you could do to get there. You can get there on different air carriers. You can get there on a boat. You can swim there if you want to. It's going to be tougher for sure. But you're able to get there from all kinds of things. And then they used to have a killer bike race. Well, that bike race isn't happening, but they're going to have a 5K also. And the Pika 5K is pretty cool. It's a great race. We were there for it last year, and it was awesome. Had a great time. What else is happening over there? Well, they've got all kinds of performers there. The great music and great events. I'm telling you, it is awesome. It is a far from ordinary experience over there in Tinian. What else are they going to have? Well, it's going to be over there at the Fiesta Grounds. If you haven't seen it at our parade, the statue of Taga is there. The House of Taga is there. You can check it out for yourself. And again, this is the third annual 5K run that they're going to have on Valentine's Day. That's right. You're really going to love that run. Be here all week, folks. Wait, is this it? There you go. Here, let me. There, it's a little bit better for you. I think you need to emphasize it. They're also looking for companies, though, to get out and sponsor. So if you want to sponsor or be one of the growing list of sponsors for the Tinian Pika Fest, here's what you can do. You can reach out to Vita Borja, give her a call at 670-433-9365. You can also call the MVA Community Projects Coordinator, Sherman Santos, or you can call and you can email him at ssantos@mymarianas.com. You can also reach out to the Tinian Mayor's office by giving them a call at 670-433-1802. And if you haven't already, go out and follow the MVA. They got Instagram, they got Facebook, and all that other stuff. You can't miss it. So it should be a lot of fun. All those contests are great. But, man, I love it. I've been a judge in these contests. And it's worth it to be a judge. You don't have to pay anything, and you get to eat amazing food. Sure, it does melt your face off sometimes, but it's also delicious. I'm telling you, don't miss out. Get over to Tinian and enjoy this event. I love it. The mayor's office and the entire staff totally supports this thing. It is outstanding. There's never a disappointing event when you go over there. So go out and check it out. Now, we were talking about the hotel rooms and stuff like that. First of all, the camping thing is a great experience. But what do they got? They got the Bayview Hotel. They've got the Flame Tree Villa, the Fleming Hotel, Laura Lynn's Hotel, Lucky Homes Hotel. I don't even know about that one. Marpo Valley Inn. I didn't know that existed. Tinian Ocean View. That's the container place. Tinian Diamond Hotel and Casino, if it's still there. Tinian Diamond Suites is still there. Of course, Tinian Western Lodge. That's the Triple J facility. They also got the villa, the Airbnb over there. Boy. So if you go that's a great spot. If you check out that Airbnb that they have for Triple J, Oh, that's a great spot for a lot of reasons. One, they got a kitchen, they've got, the nice bedrooms, the restrooms, all that good stuff. But you can walk right next door and you can go to Bar K. And you can walk right next door and go to the store. They have a store right there too. And go back to your nice air-conditioned place. You can relax out there, just sitting outside, enjoy the night without going anywhere. I mean, instead, getting a hotel room is great, but when you're able to have that kind of a little spot where you can kind of hang out, and again, it's a huge house, that Airbnb, and it's right there. Again, walking distance to get like a banging burger. It's awesome. My favorite place though over there, without a doubt, is JC Cafe. I love JC Cafe. I love the food. I love the people. I mean, I love the people everywhere, but JC Cafe, man, there's just something about it. It feels like you're going to visit like your family business, and you're after not being there for a while. It's great. I love JC Cafe. The people there are just so nice, so welcoming, so awesome. And again, it's like visiting family all the time. Same faces. Love it, love it, love it. All right. That's going on next month. You got a month to plan. February 13th, Friday night, is the kickoff for Tinian Pika Fest. This event has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger since Mayor Aldon has been there, and it is just awesome. It is just an awesome event. You don't want to miss out on it. And man, whether you get a hotel room now that they have all those open, or if you got a camping, again, not bad, with outdoor showers and barbecue pits, and it's a safe place too. It's not a rough and tumble kind of place. Everybody's there to have a good time, and it's not just the showers. Outdoor restrooms, not outdoor, but like public restrooms that are available out there, and they're nice. They're not terrible. I mean, you gotta call it what it is. I mean, if you're going to another island and you get to camp out, you figure you're roughing it. Well, you're not. It's pretty good. So I would totally recommend doing it. At least going there and getting that experience. If you haven't gotten that experience before, you don't want to miss out. All right. Yeah, that is an interesting story. That is an interesting story, too. We will get you caught up, though, on what's going on with the NFL right now. Let you know what's happening with the Eagles and the Niners. The Eagles did score again, and they've got the ball. There's 6 minutes left to go in that first half. The Eagles are up. They've scored 2 touchdowns. They scored that one in the first quarter. They missed the extra point, and they scored again recently. So it's 13-7. They've got the ball. With 6:08 left to go in the first half. Hurts got the who did he pass it through on that one? Man, Goddard. Goddard rushed for the first one, and then he caught one for the second one. And we'll see how it goes. The Eagles are kind of leading right now, not just on the scoreboard, but they're gobbling up yards and kind of controlling the game right now. So I know my Niner fans friends are interested in how this one works out. Ooh, hold on. Sorry, just got this one. Now, let's see. Yeah, we'll have to get back to them on that one. Anyway, getting back to it, though. This game is it's going to be a good one. And we've got games tomorrow as well. Just a reminder, we had games yesterday, we have games today, and tomorrow we got the Chargers and the Patriots and the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. I can't believe the Steelers are hosting this. I hope the Steelers win at home because I think they're an easier target for the Bills. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the playoffs. And we'll see what happens. The Chargers and the Patriots, man. I hope the Chargers knock off the Pats, too. I know we beat the Patriots this year, and they beat us. But it's no matter what, it's going to be a great playoff round this year for sure. Hey, we did reach out to our guy, and we'll see if I can't get him on this week. I don't want to put him on the spot today, though. Yeah, I definitely don't want to put him on the spot. No, that's good. That's a good point. Here, hold on. I'll get back to you on that one. Hold on. Let me see what else we just got. No, that's not that big of a deal. Oh, yeah, sure. We can remind you about that. We can, here, let me, I'll see if I can put it up on the screen for you, too. The Saipan Chamber of Commerce, the Business Person of the Year Gala is happening this month, but it's going to be on the last day of this month. It's January 31st, and it's going to be at the Kensington. Ooh, Lord Kensington's estate up north, and Asthma Twist. Actually, is it Marpy? It's Marpy. Asthma Twist is up there on the hill, right? And Marpy is kind of like the north end of San Roque. But as Mel Sakisat used to tell me, he's like, hey, man, it's all San Roque. I'm like, okay, whatever you tell me, Mel, I will do it. I will call it that. But it being San Roque. But I'm kind of there about that being up in Marpy. But I mean, it is right there, isn't it? No, but anyway, Kensington is where it's going to be on January 31st. Who's going to be the Business Person of the Year? Who's going to win the Nonprofit of the Year, the Government Agency of the Year, and it's the Member of the Year as well, and that's the Chamber Member of the Year. The Small Business of the Year is going to be a big one too, so I'm excited about that to find out who's going to win all of these things. Oof, man, just great stuff. I am excited to see it because this is a tough year. That's the hard part about this year's event, is that the whole community isn't thinking about like spending all kinds of money on all kinds of events, but we also kind of want something to look forward to and something to be happy about. And that's why we could use a good joke for sure. I have one. It's just not really, it's pretty bad. I think it's better over a beer over here at the office. And by the way, I'm okay with doing that. Today, we've got a relatively late schedule today. I'm going to be catching up with a lot of stuff, and I'm enjoying the late schedules for today. But, yeah, over a beer and a burger today sounds awesome. I know I'm probably not going to do the burger, though. I had one last night. I had half of a burger last night. We went to the kids worked pretty hard yesterday doing all kinds of stuff. So Kathy's like, yeah, let's get them a little treat. So the treat was a nice big old burger from Wild Bill's. Wild Bill's has great burgers. They are not patties. They are big old like homemade burgers. They're great. And we definitely did it. I split the blue cheeseburger with Kathy, and funny enough, half of it is all you need. You do not need a whole burger. It's crazy. I definitely enjoyed it. But anyway, we'll be back to the healthier stuff this week. Definitely took a little hiatus. I'm having a difficult time bouncing back from our holiday weekend. I've been balancing it by eating a combination of good stuff and not good stuff. It has not been an easy on-ramp back onto the healthy eating kick. But here's the good news. The refrigerator is stocked with all the good stuff. Oh, that reminds me, I left a couple of things at the house. It's all right. Anyway, we're going to get into, I want to tell you about something else. Hold on, let me find it. I got it here somewhere. Yeah, I meant to have said this. No, not that one. Those are gone. And I think we need new promos as well. Let me just make sure one thing. Before I start telling you about this promo, I think, because it might have ended on Friday. Ooh. Yeah, here's one thing for you. One sec. If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name.
PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
There we go. Good morning, Marianas. So welcome back. By the way, did you know that this year you can still get great favorite drinks, some really tasty things that are extended all the way at Great Harvest Bread Company. Great Harvest Bread Company, Saipans are located right down the street from us, and you're in the sweet spot of CK for sure. If you're over there by Great Harvest, you're there by Last Shot Bar where you can have a great time. You're over there by Laddie Built 24-hour fitness where you can work out anytime. And you can even stay at Surfrider Hotel for a great staycation. But if you go over to Great Harvest Bread Company, you're in for a great morning. And they have extended their New Year's favorites as well, all the way up until the end of the month. You're able to take advantage of their ginger latte, their pumpkin spice latte, their peppermint latte, and their red velvet latte. They're only $7.50. You can't lose at all. They're extended all the way till the end of the month, so enjoy them while you can. You can only get them at Great Harvest, and I love them, and you should love them too. If you haven't tried them yet, then what are you waiting for? Okay, I am more of a ginger latte kind of guy. I know the red velvet, it's that's tasty too. But I'm more of a coffee-ish kind of person where I don't go crazy with all the flavors and stuff like that. Peppermint latte, sounds pretty good. I like the idea of that. I haven't tried it yet, but I probably go for that. They still have the pumpkin spice one too. So if you're missing your Thanksgiving vibes, go ahead and check that out. Pumpkin spice is delicious. By the way, 49ers have the ball and they are driving. Last play, they gave the ball to McCaffrey, who just kind of stumbled into the line. It is 4th and 2 for them right now. 3 minutes left to go in the half. And let's go with this one first. Let's see what happens. They just broke from the huddle. Purdy is under center. It's 4th and 2. They're on the 18-yard line of the Eagles, and there's a timeout. And who called it? 49ers. They want to take a look at the defense and see what they got. Again, 2:54 left to go in the second quarter. And that's the last game of today. Tomorrow there's 2 more games coming up. At least now you know. That part's good. All right, what else do we got? Okay, we did save that, so that's all right. And, there's not a lot of heavy stuff that went down locally. I want to keep, there's stuff I would like to talk about, but I don't want to do it this early on a Monday morning. Get you started off all grumpy and all that stuff. But we could talk about this stuff later. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a little afternoon special show. All right, it looks like now they're going to go for a field goal. I think they were trying to just get them off sides and get a bonus. They've got 10 seconds left on the play clock. The kicker's lining up to go for a field goal here to put him within 3. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good right down the middle. Veered off to the right. In fact, I'm watching the crowd in the end zone, and the entire crowd is green except for one guy jumping up and down who is going nuts. Kittle looks like he's going to be out of the game. Oh, he got taken out. They just showed him hopping off of the cart and hopping into the locker room. I can't imagine Kittle gets back in. I think he's done. He looks beat. That is too bad. Yeah, Ed Dela Cruz, he's like, man, that game was close. I could feel your aura all the way at Navy Hill. Yeah, no kidding. True story. I was watching it. As I was redoing some of the stuff up here at the office, it looks a little bit different. Not too much. You wouldn't notice it if you had not been here before. But I noticed it because it was something I had been thinking about for a long time, and I finally set this up the way I wanted to, and mixed experience so far. I'm not 100% in love with it. I might end up making a couple extra changes, but we'll see what that goes on. All right, guys. Well, let's see. The local news, getting back to this part, this is something we were just talking about, is that, some crazy stuff happening in the mainland for sure, and all around the world, that I didn't want to get too deep into today. It was more of a, let's kind of take a little mind eraser watching football and being happy and stuff like that. Well, all this crazy stuff happens in the mainland. I have opinions for sure. That's how it works. What's this? Yeah, good morning, Ann. Great to see you. Lovely. Every time I see you in the comments, I can picture your big smile and your husband, you guys, like when I got to meet you. Every single time. I love seeing you. Thanks so much for being here today. But getting back to this part real quick, I definitely have some thoughts about what's going on in the mainland right now and all the other stuff, but I think I got to do it like in an afternoon show. I think it's too heavy for a Monday morning show after this weekend. Here's what I will say, is that when I woke up feeling, pretty beat on Saturday, I was on my phone and staring at a screen, and even in here, and I kind of paralyzed myself by just watching all this stuff. Not really, just a literal paralysis. By nonstop, and it was like a main line, all this negative stuff just going into my head, and then forming opinions on all this stuff, and then watching all the camera angles and all this other stuff. I know. I have thoughts about, I could definitely talk about it. It's not a conversation where I'm just going to talk about it. If we end up, I guess when we end up doing this is a conversation that we get to have together, because there are too many people out there just saying, I think this. Man, that's it. Because there's essentially there are three people in the world talking about this. The Minnesota stuff for sure. There's three people. Only three. I know there's millions of people who are talking about it, but there's essentially just three people talking. The people who say it's ICE's fault, or it's the person who says it's ICE's fault, the person who says it's that woman's fault, and there's the normal person who sees the whole thing as being crazy. That's it. It's a bigger conversation. It's easy to just jump in, but that's why I think it's a big conversation. It can't just be one person espousing all this stuff. It's got to be a conversation, a bigger conversation. It's so easy for people to take that one side and just lay into it, and I can't do it. I do have an opinion on it, and I do know that that's it, but I think that there still needs to be a conversation. But the real conversation is, it's a pretty awful thing that ended up happening. And a lot of other conversation after that. And because we're tailing off for today's show, I don't want to, I could easily talk about this for another 2 hours. Maybe not 2, but 1. And believe me, I'm passionate about it. I am passionate about this story. And I think a lot of people are losing their minds for the wrong reason about it. But that's a conversation where I would be doing a big open invite ahead of time saying, hey, we're going to talk about this. So send us a message. And maybe we'll do that this afternoon. It wasn't my plan. But I would like to get somebody else in here to talk about that too. I really would love to have someone else talk about it, or have somebody call in and talk about it. Most people just want to fire off their comment on Facebook, and that's it. Or put their video on Facebook, and then that's it. It's got to be a conversation. You can't just tell everybody your thing and then that's it. You got to have a conversation. You can't just say, this is my opinion and everybody else is garbage. You can't, because that's not who we are. That's how you end up getting these arguments and all this other stuff. That might be what they're doing in the mainland, but they shouldn't be. There's got to be somebody smarter in the mainland to get people back together and have these conversations. That's it. Some messaging on this resonates, but I am so close to really diving into it. And I have a cup of coffee waiting for me right over there, because this one's empty. Now it is. It is heavy. Now that it's almost 9 o'clock, it feels like almost we can get into it. But I mean, that is the conversation. All right, maybe I'm so close to talking about it. I am like, this was burning me up all weekend. And I felt so much better when I stopped watching all the videos and I stopped reading all the comments and I stopped listening to all the coverage on it. Because I got everything I need to know about it. I have learned everything I need to learn about this to have formed my opinion already. Doesn't need to change. Like, I know I have my full take on it. So I don't need to keep digesting new comments and see new people be angry about all this stuff. Oh, yeah. Trev, you want to get on the phone or you want to come in? Are you working today? I mean, I'm in. Yeah, there's Gloria saying, I agree with you, Brad. Well, first of all, that's the right way to start. I'm just kidding. I love you, lady. Thank you so much. I know. It is a bigger conversation. Trav, let me know if you want to do like a call or if you want to do in studio. I'm great with both. And if we're going to do that, what I'll end up doing, in studio. You want to come over? Or do you want to do it later? By the way, I love these kind of conversations. And this is one of those conversations where if other people call in, it's one worth having. It is. I'm telling you, it rings. It's delicate, but in a different way. Later in the afternoon. Okay. Then let me figure out. I'm not sure if I want to do it from here, or if we'll do it in the other studio in the back. I might set it up a little bit differently over there. Where I think it'll be good stuff too. By the way, fun fact, if you guys were watching Sip Happens last week, I talked about having some technical difficulties. They're all sorted out. All that stuff is done. Thank goodness for JoJo. I told you before, if you don't have a JoJo Alapuzzo in your life, you need one. You do. He is the best. Now, I'm not just talking about his technical knowledge and all that other stuff. He's just a great dude. He is. He's a good friend and a great person to have in your life. And dude does stuff he doesn't have to do. for people all over. And this was one of those things. So thank you very much for helping me figure this stuff out. Just some little settings on a couple of cameras changed everything. That's why we were not able to do it the way I wanted to. It still worked out, but still. Anyway, what I'll probably end up doing is using those cameras back there to set us up for the show. Talk about that stuff today. And I really want to do it. Like, I think that's the thing. I would love to get someone who I know for sure. If there's other people who want to get in, let me know. It sounds like this is something that we're going to be doing today, later this afternoon. I don't have a time yet, but if you're interested in getting in there, let's have this. Let's make it happen. Off topic. It is. Looks like it's going to be first down. It's first down. The 49ers are driving. And they've got about a minute left in the half. They're trailing by 3 to Philadelphia. And now they're at least going to try to tie it up with a field goal. They're on their own 37-yard line. Purdy's under center, drops back, fakes the give. He's scrambling. He throws it out. Oh, man, that looked terrible. It looked like he was going to try to throw it to McCaffrey out to the right, but McCaffrey wasn't even looking. I think he was just scrambling for his life over there, and he was the receiver in the area. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 1:02 left. We'll bring you all the way to the half. All right, well, they break the huddle. 2nd and 10. Purdy in the shotgun. McCaffrey out to his right. 4 wide receivers. He's changing the call, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Yep, they burned their last timeout. Oh, my gosh. What are they doing? What are they doing indeed? All right, well, that gives me enough time to maybe grab a coffee. Yeah. Hey, so folks, if you're out there, it looks like this is something that we're going to end up doing this afternoon. Trav, let's take it to WhatsApp and try to schedule what we're going to end up doing time-wise for this. And then we'll reach out and see if we can't get another couple of people. It doesn't have to be. I mean, you and I will be plenty great, but I want to open it up to folks, and I want to be able to let people know about it. Hey, let's talk about it, because I think it's something worth talking about. All right, Purdy's under center. He drops back. He scrambles a little bit. A quick give. Oh, geez. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. 57 seconds left in the half. Just when I was going to get some coffee. All right, hold on. Real quick second. Okay, we're coming back to it. Purdy in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. He drops back. He's looking. He's checking down. He throws it, right over the middle to his tight end. And they got the first down over the 50, but they do not have any timeouts, and now they're going to be coming back again. Holy cow. So it is a first down on the Philadelphia 49-yard line, 38, 37, 36, 35. Here's the snap from the shotgun. He throws it short to McCaffrey, who's on the ground. They're going to have to hurry up and set up again, probably spike the ball. Nope, it looks like they're going for it. 2nd down and 23, 22, 21. They're on the 44-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. Time is ticking. Why have they not at least spiked it? They're wasting time. Purdy get the shotgun. He drops back. Here's the throw. Just throws it out of bounds. What a waste of time. Oh, my gosh. Nuts. Just nuts. I don't understand some of this stuff. That's a tough one for me to watch. They just wasted all this time. They could have at least at least 10 more seconds on the clock and be in the same situation if they would have just spiked the ball. Anyway, 8 seconds left. And they got to go to the sideline because they will not have enough time. And now the Eagles are going to call a timeout. They're not. Now they have to go to the sideline because there's no way for them to set up another play with 8 seconds left, unless it's a real shorty. I mean, there's a chance. Like I think, there's no chance. This stuff drives me nuts. This clock management, and I think maybe I know 2 people who are Eagles fans. So I'm probably rooting for my Bang Bang Niner Gang fans on this one. Yep, Josh Wise is a Niners fan, so 100% I'm rooting for the Niners. All right, so anyway, oh man, nobody on the line for the Eagles. Everybody's dropped back. Everybody's at least 4 people off the line. And Purdy's running for it. If he doesn't get out of bounds, it's done. He's running out. He lost the ball on the sideline. Is it going to count as a fumble? No, they're saying he got out of bounds. With 1 second left, they're going to have the chance for the field goal. Purdy, though, oh man. He tried to get out of bounds. He tried to get a couple extra yards. Oh, man, this one's going to be close. His knee might have been down. Are they going to challenge this? Yeah, they are going to challenge it. They're calling a timeout. Because it looked like his knee was down. No, his knee didn't touch. His knee touched out of bounds. That's it. So that should be good. It's like you could fit a business card. He kept his knee up, and but yeah, that's going to be exactly what the call is. Holy cow. That was awesome. Again, they wouldn't be in that situation if they would have just clocked it before. So they're doing a booth review. This is going to determine just how they go into the half. All right, looks like... Oh, it looks they're saying he was down. Oh, they're saying he was down. No. Oh, what a crappy way to end it. Well, I guess they'll remember it this way. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's the end of the half. The 49ers are trailing 10-7 in Philadelphia, and they'll come back after 15 minutes with the second half. So that's what you got for that. All right, guys, we'll look at setting this up for this afternoon for having this conversation. Not sure how late in the afternoon, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. Really appreciate you guys joining us. Excited about all the stuff that we ended up doing. And we will see you more. Oh, by the way, let me just put this back up there. Guys, look, if you're wondering if your life would be better if you had an extra $50, and where could I get that extra $50? This is where you can get it. If you're Chamorro or Carolinian, and you live in the Marianas and have lived in the Marianas for most of your life, even if you live somewhere else, if you're in the mainland, but you spent most of your life here in the Marianas, this is for you. All it is, it's a call for about 2 hours. It's probably less, but about a 2 hours conversation with CNMI native Chelsea King. She is getting her doctoral, she's putting together the information she needs for her dissertation as part of her doctoral program at Harvard. Oh, fancy. I know, but you could help her with that, and she will give you $50. This is already something that's approved from the institutional review boards from Harvard and from the University of Guam. This helps her get her doctorate, and it'll help you get $50. It's a great conversation with someone that's genuinely nice, and you're going to enjoy. So go ahead and do this. We're going to put the story from our interview. I know we put the story out already, but we're going to put our interview up there with her today. And we're going to do a lot more than that. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of everything today. And we will see you guys again when we tune in, looks like this afternoon. So see you in a little bit.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.